Yo, how are we? I am on time today. And you know what? Do you know what else is surprising? I have all of my shit ready. We're here. Boom. Didn't expect that. I saw you guys in chat, you were waiting to type late number, like fucking always. I'm a professional streamer. My music is a bit loud. That's the only thing. Fine. I know. I am a true pro. FaZe should sign me, honestly. I don't know what they signed me for, the Professional VTuber Olympics. You can't still say late number, that is against the rules. Late number. Hey Cyril, hey Salty. Hey Nicholas. Yeah, soon we'll have a stream with absolutely no scuff. I don't think it'll be this one though. Something will go wrong. Something always goes wrong. There we go. It's better. You have my full attention to say something? Alright, I'll not disappoint, Tony. I'll make this as exciting as possible. I was going to start screaming, but I can't anymore. There's people in my house. Soon! What am I going to do for 100k? Don't worry about it too much. How's it feel slowly becoming a full pro? I don't think any VTuber considers himself a pro in any capacity. Hey Cloud Nerd. You'll fit right in. Everyone here is a nerd. So, overall, this week was solid. I'd like to say it was I'll scream for yeah. If you guys can scream for me, wake up your your family. That'd be very much appreciated. So, yeah, this week wasn't too bad. There wasn't. I mean, there wasn't a huge amount of drama. Am I a nerd? Look, if anyone's the fucking nerd here, it's not me, alright? Hey George, how you going? Cinder does call herself a pro cosplayer. To be fair, have you seen Cinder's cosplay? Did you see Cinder's cosplay at Offkai? You see some of the photos? Dear God. I don't know if it was just her heels or if every other VTuber is just really short. She looked fucking huge. Have my attention, Minecraft server, if I got an update. You can always divide. Honestly, you should probably give in 90% of your attention towards Minecraft, otherwise you'll die. Yo, Micro, thank you for the 5 months, man. Choose a number between 0 and 26. -1. Mars, thank you for the membership. Mars is 25. There you go. I don't know. I still don't know why. I tried to fix the membership remembers not coming up as alerts. I don't know why it doesn't happen. I tried to fix it. I thought I did, but then I didn't. It'd be kind of sad like that. Are we gonna start with the... Hey Apez, how you going? Are we gonna start with the sussy baka, the imposter or mogus? Hey Solzy, how you going? Eggnog. There's too many people now for me to say hi to all of you.
25 FU coming up. Fuck you, 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 fuck you.
There goes the monetization for this stream.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
no, Yusuf, you don't understand.
Fuck you, fuck you.
There's no swears. He rattled them off really fucking quick. That was pretty impressive. We'll start with the imposter. We'll start with the sussy man himself. So, let me just... Actually, okay. We'll start with Offkai in general. If you don't know, Offkai, let me timestamp. I'll try and actually get all my timestamps done today. I'll try and be a good streamer. If you don't know, Offkai is basically the VTuber mandatory socialization event, right? Hey SPK, how you going? Look forward to my shorts every week. Hey, thanks, Dimsy. I'm glad you like them. I haven't talked about Ina yet. Bro, we've been live for 5 minutes. You are vastly overestimating how quickly I get through topics. It takes me like an hour to get through one. Just slow your roll. But yeah, so Offkai is like the one-time VTubers are, required to be social. I will bring up their Twitter really quick so I can kind of show you roughly what happens. Mandatory by who? US government. By God. Or Ren. I don't know. I think Ren is officially VTuber God. I'm not sure. But yeah. Has he talked about Aero yet? Has he talked about all the topics yet? What has he talked about? Let me just bring this up really quick for you guys, and then we can go through some of the events they had. I don't know, were any of you guys at Offkai? Are any of you guys still at Offkai? Because I think it's still going in America time. Hey Monica, how you going? Hey Teal. Where? Where am I? Here. Wait, no. Yes. Yes. Hello? My help? My thing isn't working. Chat. Chat help. Chat. Oh fuck, this scuff has already started. Oh no. Okay, no, we're fine. Shut up. There we are. Shut up. I had it. I had it on lock. Wanted, but the meet and greets were gone by the time I got my afterdays. Ah, it's unfortunate, man. Heading stream already. Wow, you covered all topics fast. I am speed. I did not say I'm shorter than Lopi Mars. Fuck you. Hey, Hippo. So yeah, Offkai was presented by Idol this time around. So I think this is their second ever year doing it. It's basically, it's a VTuber convention, right? And so they do some things like, there's a lot of meet and greets, which basically, if you don't know, you can go and like meet your favorite VTuber. And most of them have like screens where they show the model and the person's behind it. So it's a bit strange, but who was an Offkai? Bro, I literally, okay. If I tried to tell you everyone who was an Offkai, we'd be here for the next 3 hours. Everyone was there. Like, some vshojo members were there, Niji members were there. There was a fuck ton of indies. FaZe was there, Idol was there. Was AN there? I don't know if AN was there. Teal was not there, I'm afraid. Even Cooksey, kind of. But yeah, there was a lot. They also had all these cutout stands. Evan threatened to steal a lot of them. Wactor was not there. Unfortunately, all 2 members of Wactor were not in attendance. But yeah, it was huge. There was a lot of them there was a lot of merch going on, a lot of like fucking violin performances. That's pretty cool actually. I don't know what's happening. A violin performance from a VTuber. Kind of solid. Link to the guest list. I guess I could do that. Give me a second. Here we go. That's actually a good idea. Congratulations, you've come up with a good idea. Here's the link to the guest list if you want to see the full roster of everyone. Again, I still can't see links on YouTube. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like a plugin I've got, if it's like an ad blocker or something. I cannot see links that get posted in YouTube chat, so I'm just going to assume that worked. But yeah, there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of really cool events. I was watching Evan's stream where he kind of walked around and like talked to a bunch of people, and Lopi was there as well, I think. Lopi's now sick because she has a terrible immune system. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on. A lot of cosplayers as well. I'm looking for that. Oh, there's got to be a Cinder. I know Bao replied to it. I think Bao replied to it because I saw Bao's reply under the tweet. I just want to show you this picture. It's probably the wildest picture. Where I need to look up Bao, but I can't look it up on my big screen because we all know what Bao's Twitter is like. Yeah, I ain't that dumb. I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. Let me see if I can. I'm hiding chat for a second. Just don't do anything terrible while I can't see what you're doing, okay? I'm trusting you guys. I'm trusting you. I don't know why. Here, this fucking picture. Okay. Bros. Look at this shit. Okay, so again, I can't tell if it's because Sayu is very, very tiny and that Cinder's wearing heels. What is this height difference? I think that's actually what, I don't even need to click their flash to know what picture is being posted. Yeah, I mean, someone posted the... I need to learn to stop scrolling through Twitter. I really do need to learn to stop scrolling. I've said that a lot, but I really need to just... Let's ignore whatever that was. Sayu's tiny, Cinder's 5'5". God, Sayu must be like 4'6" then. Either that or those are like 10-inch heels. And let me... How does this keep happening? Because I never learn from my mistakes. But yeah, there was a lot of really cool cosplay going on, and Sayu said she's 5 foot. The math does not add up. The math does not check. Look, I'm not very... I never claimed to be... Actually, I have claimed to be good at math, but like... That math, 5'5", I guess the ears maybe add a bit, but like... And the heels, I don't know how tall those heels are. I've never worn heels. I don't actually know what heel height is like. It looks uncomfortable. I don't know how people walk in heels. I can't even walk in normal shoes. The ears and the boots probably add a bit, but still, it's like a full head of height. Anyway, I saw this pop up and I was like, dang, holy shit. 3-inch heels. Yeah, in which case it should be like 5'5" and 5'8"? Let's not do VTuber math. It never ends well for anyone. A caveman? No, I just don't wear I'm a guy. I don't need to wear heels. Unlike what chat may convince you, I'm not tiny. I'm tall enough to live without heels. Thank you very much. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff happening. There was a Numi thing that happened that we'll get to in a second. I actually didn't know the full extent of it because, bro, trying to keep up with all of the news this week was like, God. Hey, Saka, how you going? Like, so much shit was happening at Offkai, but then there was also a bunch of shit happening outside of Offkai, and so yeah, we'll talk about, I guess we could talk about the Numi thing first, and then we'll talk about the Cooksy thing, which is, you aren't lucky, you shouldn't spread misinformation. Okay, here's the thing. One day, I will go to Offkai. I don't know when. If Offkai happens a year or two from now, maybe I'll get the money and fly to America and go to Offkai. And I will appear, and I'll just go around standing next to everyone else and showing that I'm actually pretty tall. Okay, well, not pretty. I'm average height, okay? You don't need to fucking dunk on me. I won't even speak to people. I won't go making friends. I will just go around with a giant fucking ruler standing next to all the other VTubers being like, look. Yeah, so Zen also had an issue. Oh, okay, here's the thing about Zen. I guess I'm just going to keep this all lumped under Offkai as like a general topic because we're going to jump from thing to thing. The thing that annoyed me about the big clip about Offkai that came out from Zen, right, was this one here. Right. So Zen basically, the thing was, this clip is titled, you need to come to TwitchCon Paris. I have thought about going to, when is TwitchCon Paris? When is it? It's July? Oh my God, it's next month. Ooh, I don't know if I can make that work. I'll have to see. But
fuck you.
We need a Lopi/penumbral panel at Offkai next year.
Absolutely not. Thank you for the tip, Tony. Bruh, being Lopi on a panel, it would not last. I'd end up throwing her through the table. It's kind of customary to charge for meet and greet, right? So I was surprised at Zen's reaction. Yeah, so if this is the clip, and then the whole, I know this is the meta for clips, right? I'll zoom in, so I didn't realize you guys couldn't really see. Zentrea is livid over this. They write like fucking tabloids. Zentrea is livid over this Offkai Expo scam. And then you go in and it's like, basically her problem was, what Offkai did for a lot of them, right, was they held raffles, right, and wrestling, VTuber wrestling. That would be very fair. Lopi's not very tall. And she's also very sick. She would get sick again and then I'd have an easy win. Basically, Offkai held like raffles, right, for people to enter, and then the winners got to go to the meet and greet. But the issue was that Zen took was that the winners then also had to pay $100. Now, I kind of get what she's saying, in that it doesn't feel kind of good to hold a raffle in order to pay money, you know? But, and she said, you know, they met like 6 or 7 people, and she'd have rather met, you know, as many people as she could over 4 hours. I guess the issue is that Miss wasn't too happy with that either. I get it, right? Because as a VTuber, you like your fans, right? You want to meet your friends. And so kind of hosting a raffle and then demanding the people that win pay money just to meet. Like, if that was me and I was charging money for people to fucking meet me, I'd feel weird about it. Nobody should pay money to meet me. I'm a fucking idiot, right? I'd feel weird about that. Now, obviously with Zen, she's a way bigger audience, so it makes sense. I think it just comes down to logistics. You cannot reasonably not charge people for a meet and greet, otherwise nobody gets to fucking meet you, right? If you didn't charge for meet and greets, everyone would show up and you wouldn't meet anyone. I guess the solution is to maybe do one of those panel things where you just sit, they put like a panel in the middle of the convention for people to come up and to speak whenever they want, but it's not scheduled. $100 is a lot, but it's, I personally probably wouldn't do it. I get why people feel weird about it, but it's a supply-demand thing, right? They charge what they can charge. I imagine even at $100, the number of people that wanted to meet them didn't meet them. If you look at like Shoto, I think at I think Shoto had a similar thing at, oh fuck, what was it called? What was the convention called? The Philippine convention. It happened like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember its goddamn name. It's a supply demand thing, right? Like, if enough people want to do it and you need to charge what people are willing to pay, otherwise everybody buys and nobody really gets in. Having a paid for meet and greet is okay. Charging people after the winner raffle is weird. I do agree with Zen on this. Conquest, that was one, sorry, I forgot. I do agree with Zen, right, in this one. If you're going to have the point of a raffle surely is to reduce the supply demand thing, because supply is now limited, right? If you're doing a raffle, you have a limited number of winners, it's equal amongst everyone, and so you then don't have the same issue of if you don't charge money, 1 million people will show up. Like, if you do a raffle, then you get a limited number of winners, so it kind of counters that problem. But so to have a raffle, no, they didn't pay to enter the raffle, they paid after they won. So they had a raffle and then you paid $100 if you won the raffle. That does seem weird to me. Like, if you're going to charge, I get charging for a meet and greet if you're not doing a raffle. If you just want to set a, base pay, and then that sets a sort of threshold, and then you get less people coming, so there's actually time to do the meet and greets. Or if you want to do a raffle and then whoever wins gets to meet them, because then you also limit the number of people. To do both is a bit strange. Some of the meet and greets were like New Sinders, for example, then renties at range from 10 to 30. Again, it makes sense charging more, it makes sense charging more for the more popular VTubers. Again, supply demand. More people want to go, you're going to have to charge more, otherwise everyone will buy a ticket. And more money to charge everyone a $5 to get in the raffle.
Panambo, fuck you.
Zen did also say that she was not happy with the major event organizer. Tea will potentially be spilled on Monday.
Yeah, well, we don't know. That's speculation. Thank you for the super chat, so I don't know. We might see more drama come out of Offkai after it ends. I'm not sure. They could have done like a buy to enter thing. If you pay to enter a raffle and you don't win info scams, I mean, that's how most raffles work, though. You buy to enter, but the pay for entries, the appeal of a raffle, right, is you pay, a small, tiny amount for the potential of a really big reward, right? It's like a tiny amount of money that you don't really care, like $2, $3, right? And so you're like, fuck it, I'll chuck in $2, $3. Maybe I'll get to meet my favorite streamer. If you don't win, like, whatever. But if you win, then it's cool. And that way the cost is spread out, so no one person has to pay $100. You could do that. You'd probably earn more money like that. I don't think anyone would be too disappointed if they chucked away $2 in a raffle, right? The holding a raffle and then charging $100 to meet, a person, it's a bit strange. The whole meet and greet thing has always been a bit weird to me of charging. Like, again, I said, I get it, but raffles are hugely profitable. Same way as the lottery, right? People are willing to pay small amounts of money for a potentially big award. You also run into the issue of, like, the person who wins not being able to, like, pay for it, or they just ditch and then you have to, rehost the raffle. Yeah, I mean, I do prefer raffles to first come, first served, because it means that it's not like this whole waiting game where the people are, like, sat on the website waiting to buy. But it is a hard thing to do. It's hard when people get so popular that so many people want to meet them, but I think there are better ways to do it than charging $100 after a raffle, Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to say the comments are agreeing, but then the problem with a clip that has Zen, only Zen fans are going to click on the clip, so you're not getting a unbiased, selection. Hey Rose, how you going? How's the news going? We're talking about Offkai, mostly. Depends what the infrastructure is. 100 cents expensive. If it's a raffle system, you should just ask for what is needed to cover security and whatever. Again, I think that's why people say maybe a tiny amount of money to enter the raffle, and then you don't have one person paying $100. Or just, I don't know, how much does it cost to host a meet and greet? Like, I guess there's some upfront cost, but really it's just having a monitor with the model on it and the voice coming through. It's not like you're, again, I haven't been to a meet and greet. I don't know what it entails. Maybe merch is given away or something, so there's cost in that front. I can't imagine it's that expensive. I feel like I'm repeating myself. But yeah, the whole point of having a high cost would be to make the cost match the demand. The whole point of having a raffle is to limit the demand, because not, a limited number of people can win. To have a raffle and a cost does seem a bit strange. Hey Mimi, how you going? low price entry, you want to get people that don't really care about the VTubers entering possibly winning. That is true. But then with the raffle where anyone can win, then you get that as well. I don't know. It's strange. I'm not going to dunk on Offkai too hard. I don't know how to run this shit. I'm terrible at managing anything, never mind an event this fucking big, right? So I can't like dunk on them too hard for it because I don't know what the solution is, but it does seem a bit strange. I get why Zen was maybe a bit miffed. Then there was the Numi thing that happened. So they said, due to some technical difficulties, we will not be streaming Numi's concert. So again, I wasn't there. There's Yuzu. You get to see that. Tenma want to eviscerate their audio guy. Yes, so from you could link it to merch purchase as well. That's actually not a bad idea, Slider. Link a raffle entry to like a purchase of merch. So you buy merch, you get the merch, but then along with the merch comes a raffle entry. So that actually is a pretty solid idea. Maybe you should run an Offkai, Slider. You should apply. So what happened with Numi? Again, unfortunately, because I wasn't there and because there's technical difficulties, the stream wasn't live. It sounds like from what I heard, the sound guy kind of fucked up. And Numi only got to sing, I think, 1.5 songs, I think that's what Falter said before stream. So yeah, so I think their sound guy was constantly fucking messing with things. Sound guy fucked up every single concert. Did they not do like pre-rehearsals? Did they not do like, you know... Where are you from, man? You got a bit of a Scottish friend? Sorry, I'm kind of Edinburgh. I lived in Australia for for 10 years, so it's kind of, you know, fucked with my accent a little bit, but I'm from just outside Edinburgh, which I think is kind of where my accent's from. I don't know. I don't know where my own accent is from, if I'm honest. They had a lot of tech issues for concerts. Your second concert was delayed 2.5 hours. Yeah, well, I know Jelly Hoshimi had everything balanced on her end and ended up getting her sound dropped midway through her set. How? Surely, okay. I was in music for my high school, right? So I've done a few concerts in my day. Now, these were high school concerts, not Offkai concerts, so they're not anywhere near the same level. However, even we did pre-rehearsals, right? Where basically before the concert on the same day, you go up and you basically do the concert, but without an audience to make sure everything's working. Like, if one person's fucked up, sometimes that happened. I've had that happen in concerts with me. Sometimes shit just goes wrong. Like a cable gets knocked, or you know, someone's instrument fucks up, or their mic fucks up. Like, things can happen on the day for one concert. It happens. It sucks, but it's the nature of live performance, right? To fuck up every single repeat, like, you know, concert is wild. How do you, like, how? The FaZe Girls got banned in chat. Did they really? Wait, did I miss this? Wait, does anyone have like a clip or a link or something? I really so hard on Twitch that she got banned in K10 was going full murder. That does check out. Hang on. I missed this. How did I miss this? What did... Hang on. Man is now never getting a job in industry again. I mean, to be fair, it should just be one guy. Like, if you're doing this big a concert for this many people over this many days, you should have multiple sound people, right? You should have, you know, a group of professionals. If it's just one guy, that's probably why it fucked up so much. Why is just one guy responsible for every concert? And surely after he messed up the first one, you then send in people to help him. Like, okay, there's like a Tom Scott quote. I don't know if you guys watch Tom Scott. It's more about tech issues than you know, sound, but...
Penumbra, fuck you.
Yo, fuck, thank you for
Irie
super chat.
100% got banned. We are
It
not
does.
kidding.
It does check out, to be honest. Where basically he said, like, the root cause is never one person, right? It's never a single person's problem, because if it is a single person's problem, then it's a management issue for having one fucking person in charge of it, right? Like, if one person fucking up can screw up multiple concerts across multiple days, that's not one person's issue. That is a management issue, because one person shouldn't have that kind of fucking ability. There should be some other people in the room with him, or at least watching over him, so that the moment shit goes wrong, like, they can step in. That isn't how he said it. I can't remember. Bro, I don't have an eidetic memory. I can't remember exactly how he said it, but something to that effect, right? Okay. I think people have pinged me in the Discord with the clip. Does anyone have... Is it in the clips and vids? Does anyone have a clip? I want to see this clip. Irish Scream. Do you know Irie? That's pretty tame for Irish standards, honestly. 1,000% be a fallback. Yeah, it shouldn't just be one person. Why is my dog growling? Oh, my dog's barking. Someone's probably outside the door. I'm getting mugged. I do kind of feel bad for the guy, because you gotta admit, it's probably not malicious intent, right? I put the Twitch chat screenshots in the clip channel. Okay, thank you. Hang on. Please stop touching the audio. Holy shit, I will castrate you. I do have a dog. It's nijisanji. Oh god. I got 2 dogs, actually. It wasn't just a concert. All the Twitch streams of the panels at the same room were scuffed. Jesus Christ. Hang on, we've got more. Well, maybe it's because it's raining. My dog doesn't like the rain, which I don't know why we moved him to Scotland. It was a terrible decision. Auto man, if I see you touch that laptop again, I will make sure to visit you at 3 AM. Oh, it's just started raining. I don't think you'll be able to pick up on it. We've got some rain ambience. DJ man, go take your smoke break for 30 minutes and then come back. Everything is fine. I assure you, I got you, homie. I never lie. I'm here for you. Leave the room for me. Can you imagine getting dogpiled by the entirety of FaZe? Man, but can't be stopped because she doesn't feel pain anymore. To be fair, if what they're saying is true and he just kept fucking with the the audio. Again, you should be able to set it up for something like this. When you're switching between acts, sometimes you need to fuck with the audio, right? Again, I'm drawing from my very, very minimal experience doing concert work when I was in high school. When you switch between acts, right? When you go from one act to another, especially if they have different vocals or different instruments, right? You sometimes need to fuck with the audio. Generally, if it's the same person performing, you shouldn't need to fuck with things much. Things should just work. Was he not listening to the stream to actually hear what he's doing? I don't know. It might be a case. Again, I'm kind of learning about this now. I wasn't keeping up to date on this. Have you met Luffy yet? I've not left my house yet. So no. What it might be, what it could be potentially, right, is it could be someone like an industry professional, quote unquote, who, I just realized, where the fuck is my limiter? It could be like an industry professional, right, who's, you know, used to mixing live concerts, but maybe isn't used to mixing for a live stream. And they might have just kind of gave him the whole job. Hey fucks, I'm glad you're enjoying it. We're watching FaZe Connect beat someone up. It's great. They might have had someone who you know, who's an industry professional but isn't a streamer. So, and again, if it's one fucking person, they should have been better prepared, man. With the amount of concerts they're doing and how much the kind of convention hinges on live performances as an attraction, like, they should have had more than one person, or they should have had a team, or someone at least looking over his shoulder to make sure things weren't going wrong. Someone outside. I feel like if anyone ever wanted to mug me, all they'd have to do is turn up while I'm midstream, because I just ignore every noise. I've heard people like banging outside my house before and been like, it's probably fine. Still hung up on the fact they didn't practice at all. It's nuts. I don't know. Did they have rehearsal? They had to have done rehearsed performances, right? Jelly's a paid audio professional who makes and creates music. She had everything mixed and balanced on her end, and all they had to do was leave the toggles alone. One is going to go nuclear. But our best friend Lisa had her first big concert completely ruined for her because of this idiot. Again, okay. I'll admit, I'm somewhat... at least the sound guy I think is anonymous. Nobody really knows his name, which is good. I'm somewhat sympathetic because, again, it seems like it's one guy in charge of what seems to be a massive amount of work, and either he wasn't prepared for it or nobody prepared him for it, and he didn't have any help. I'm not gonna be the guy that, you know, shits all over him, because that's more of a management issue. But they should have done, like, if they did pre-rehearsals, the sound guy should know what he's doing. They should have caught these issues beforehand and talked to him about it, right? The fact that these issues weren't caught means that there was no pre-rehearsal, which is just fucking ludicrous. Everyone does pre-rehearsal. Bro, primary school bands do pre-rehearsal. Having set up on both ends can screw things over. It's generally better to have the raw feed and mix things on one side only. That is true. You don't want to mix on both ends. It's true for all audio. You don't want to mix twice. You want to keep raw audio and then only mix one, so you don't want to be fucking with the mixed audio. Can we hear it? I mean, hang on. Let me see if I can find a VOD. What are we talking about? We're talking about Offkai and the concerts that went wrong. Let me see. It may be clipped. Was Callie at Offkai? I didn't know Callie went to Offkai. The more you know. I'm morbidly curious about what happened behind the scenes, but I also feel bad. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good time for anyone. Again, I don't like dunking on people who aren't malicious, right? If somebody isn't being actively hateful or malicious and intentionally fucking up, I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, right? It is unfortunate though. I'm looking through like clips and stuff. Apparently there was an audio error. So it seems like the audio just cut out here. Well, there's just no audio.
Right now, oh my gosh, you're so loud.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, just general scuff things, I think. I already said that everything was already set up beforehand, the same guy had to do was not touch anything. Oof. Again, I wasn't there. I don't know the insider info. You'd be better listening to... I mean, okay, Faye's gonna gross. Considering they threatened to castrate, it might be not be the most unbiased source of info, right? Did you personally catch any of the Idol Endless debuts or debut 2.0? I caught the new Idol Gen debuts myself. We're still seeing Zen? Yeah, I know. Free Irie. I don't know if letting Irie back into chat after she threatened to castrate. I'm pretty sure that's against Twitch TOS, right? It's not even just an Offkai thing. I think threatening to actually harm someone is strictly against TOS, you know? But yeah, it fucking sucks, man, though. So many people were hyped for concerts and stuff, and like for a lot of VTubers especially, this was like their first big live event. So to have it kind of fucked up like this is really sad. If the guy really just had to not touch anything and he kept fucking with things, then yeah, I imagine. But again, we don't know from his perspective what happened. I wonder if Offkai will make like a statement about it. From what I've seen, I've been scrolling through their Twitter. I can't see any like statement regarding it, so who the fuck knows? But maybe they'll make a statement, or maybe I mean, the thing is, if you know VTubers, after every convention, there's like a whole host of horror story clips that come out where they talk about all the shit that went down. Bao also had an issue that came out. Where's Bao? But we might see Offkai make a statement. If not, we'll definitely see some of the VTubers talk about what happened. There was a... I'm trying to find the Bao tweet. I really should have saved it. Bao stuff also made me sad. It's maybe the most on topic he's ever been. It's because there's so many topics in the same topic that I just keep... I'm equally off topic because I keep bouncing between things, but I'm just, you know... because it's all in the same wheelhouse, I look better than I am. I'm trying to see where... Nah. Does anyone have the tweet? Bossmate has been standing right over shoulder, didn't want to be seen as not doing anything. I've been there before, man. You know when you literally don't have anything to do, but you're like, I'm doing work, I have an Excel sheet open. What's going with the person impersonating off? Okay, we're going to get that into 2 seconds once I finish, if I can find this Bao tweet. Anyone know what's up with Lope? One person she got sick. Lope's just a little bit sick right now. She's okay. She should be fine. She's just, I mean, knowing her, she probably fucking ate popcorn again and forgot she was allergic. I think if anything happens, she'll update you, but she'll be right. Don't worry about it. Or worry about it. I don't know. I don't worry about people. I just assume everybody's okay. Pen tried to poison her. I did say I tried to poison her. But that doesn't hold up in a court of law. I don't. Oh god, if Lope ever gets poisoned, I'm gonna be fucking suspect number 1. Doesn't even matter that I'm not in the same country. I cannot find this fucking tweet. Did the tweet get deleted? Does anyone on Twitter have the tweet? It's about Bao and Shoto. Like Bao apparently got ignored in the Discord. I did not catch the Pixel Link debuts. I didn't know they were happening, but I've had so much to try and keep track of. Punka Lope. If I say Lope, I'm talking about Punka Lope. Gonna put you in the damn pillow for rabbit abuse. It's Lope. She doesn't have rights. Wasn't that Conquest? Was that Conquest? I only just saw it the other day. I might be out of touch. It's fine. Basically, from what I saw was it must have been Conquest. Yeah, I think, but it just came out around now, which is weird because Offkai just happened. But yeah, it was Conquest. Again, it's hard keeping track of shit that's happening at conventions because you have like 15 different accounts going on all the time. And I wasn't there. So I did watch Evan's stream though, which is pretty cool. You should go. That's where the clips on the short came from. I just took some clips from Evan's stream because he was there and streaming in person. So I guess we can move on to the big one, right? The big thing that happened. I got clipped in Spider-Man more recently. Got you. Because I did see it last week, but I guess it was a bit Conquest. It just took a while for it to come out. The big thing that happened, the big drama, a little bit like, okay, let me just show you. In case, I assume most of you are aware. I assume most of you have kind of already heard about this, but if I go to my bookmarks, and I think I bookmarked it. Did I not bookmark it? Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, hang on, give me a second. I'm terrible at my job. I'm actually terrible. You'd think I'd have learned how to fucking do my job by now, but nope. It's here somewhere. Let me find it. Okay, so False posted this clip, basically saying, "Alert! There's an active imposter of the famed VTuber clipper Cooksey at Offkai." So, if you don't know, Cooksey is probably the biggest VTuber clipper out there, right? Bar none. Cooksey has been around for ages, and like, some VTubers, like I think Cinder and whatnot, really had a massive boost from being featured on Cooksey's channel. Like he is actually, you know, it's sort of the inverse, right? Normally a clipper kind of uses a VTuber to get their views, but Cooksey is kind of the only clipper that I know that's sort of inverted of that, where Cooksey can give VTubers exposure because he's so huge. But yeah, so basically some guy was going around with a Cooksey t-shirt claiming to be Cooksey. He sat with Evan, Lope, he hugged Fifi, there was a lot, right? And so False posted this clip. I think I can show you this clip because it's not a YouTube video, so I probably won't get fucking struck for it.
Yo, Cooksey!
So this guy was going around like pretending to be Cooksey. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know a single clipper that would be this like active in talking to people.
Are you Cooksey?
He nodded. So he's not actually Cooksey. He's pretending to be Cooksey to, I don't know, get a reaction. Evan took him out to dinner. I think some people bought food for him because he said he was he lost his wallet or something, right? And so he was here in Fillian's panel in front of an audience pretending to be Cooksey. Then Cooksey basically tweeted out being like, this ain't me. I'm currently at home, not at an event, right? His credit card didn't work. That was it. Only problem with being completely honest on the internet is you can pretend to be anybody IRL. Have I never heard of Cooksey before? I don't know, man. He's pretty prolific. He's kind of been... He's more of an indie clipper, to be fair. So if you're more of an agency watcher, like a Holo or Niji, you probably haven't heard of him. But turning to the crowd to absorb attention, that was what I was saying. The vibes he gives off are not the vibes I would associate with like a clipper. So then Cooksey posted, you know, that's not him. Probably swallowing subs. I mean, he has 350k for a clipping channel. It's like, clipping is very hard to grow because depending on who you're clipping, your views, your channel, your views fluctuate so wildly, right? Like, you can have one clip hit 500k and then the next clip hits 2k. Clipping is a very volatile, it's a very volatile video. But he posted this, and then there was a lot of people replying, basically saying, where is it? Yeah, Fifi apparently hugged him, which, it's just a lot of YouTubers replying about how fucked up it is, because it is. It's actually, it's very deranged behavior. It's very cringe to impersonate someone like that. Apparently, Persephone said that he was in LA and said he worked for Cooksey there, and now I guess he just took the next step and decided to become Cooksey. It's just so fucking like taking someone's using somebody else's success and their identity as a way in with VTubers when you yourself can't get it on your own personality is so fucking cringe. It's just absolute degenerate behavior. It was fucking creepy as well. I think if I quote tweeted this saying something rather. Oh yeah, it was hang on. Scroll through my other tweets. Yeah. I think it's like, what were they thinking? Okay, it doesn't actually surprise me someone will do this. Look at him. People will do literally anything for attention. Right now, the fact that everybody's talking about him probably makes him happy because he's the kind of fucking guy that just wants attention, like, for anything. It doesn't matter. He just wants to be someone. He wants to be important, and he's not willing to actually do anything to get the attention. So he just does whatever it takes to, I don't know, be cringe. The thing that it surprised me was that, like, in a convention full of VTubers, you being the cringiest person there is kind of an achievement, honestly, right? Like, that is a hard bar to pass, but you did it. Good job. It's just fucking weird though. So Offkai kicked him out. I think they made a tweet about it. No, that's my profile. I believe I can scroll through Offkai because I don't think they post any wild shit because it's a convention. Yeah, Offkai takes impersonation seriously. Individuals found to be impersonating will have their badge revoked and be asked to leave the event. Lily posted angry womps. So yeah, the guy apparently went around. He talked to a bunch of people. There was a bunch of people that came out talking about how he'd sat with them and interacted with them, pretending to be Cooksey, right? I think Evan especially felt, I don't know if he felt guilty. I think he might have. Hang on. I saw his tweet. His tweets were actually how I found out about it, because Evan was the one that kind of...
Fuck you.
We've finally found someone who can out cringe Ben.
Oh my, look, there's a lot of VTubers that can out cringe me. Don't put that hate on me. I might be cringe, but I'm not that cringe. Exhibit A, look, look at this man right here. This is such a good fucking cutout. Look at the... Oh god. Evan cracks me up, man. So yeah, Evan was the one I found out about the Cooksy thing. Although, from what I know, he is planning on milking it for YouTube views, which is pretty cool. You know, it's the standard content creator strategy, right? Like, even if something terrible happens, you can milk it for views. Evan definitely not a VTuber musician. He's almost a VTuber himself at this point. He's getting there. So yeah. And I proceeded to make a video on myself. I spread misinformation. Now we should talk about this. So yeah, it was cringe. It's unfortunate. Two responsibilities is he was around other VTubers and Imposter were so close to get into that circle. I guess it is true because like if you know someone and they bring someone up and be like, oh yeah, this is Cooksy, you wouldn't like second guess them, right? You wouldn't say, you wouldn't ask for identification. So I guess, but it's not really his fault. It's the fucking weirdo that decided to impersonate someone. It's so cringe. People were saying it's illegal. I don't know what the legality of impersonating an online personality is. Like, if you pretend to be not even someone's real identity, but they're online, is that illegal? I don't know. I think it probably depends where you live. Strange. Now, even IRL VTubers have to ask, is that the real Cooksy? Yeah, it's transcended from chat to fucking IRL. He made a video on his second channel. Yeah, he makes a lot of it. I think he's transitioned a lot of his content to his second channel, especially the VTuber specific stuff. Saying you're someone you're not is definitely legal unless you can actually forge documents. Yeah, so I don't know if there's a legal thing, but there's definitely like a Offkai kicked him out. It's just so cringe, man. It's so fucking weird as well. That was the thing that tripped me up. It's like the fucking twist at the end of a horror movie. You know, when you know that generic twist where they're like, oh, the killer died 15 years ago, and it's meant to be like freak you out. It's just, it's weird to think someone went around befriending people and like hanging out with them and talking to them, and then it turns out he's actually just some random fucking guy. Like, ugh, it sends chills up your spine, man. It's uncomfy vibes. Just like an Among Us game, he got ejected. He did. Sadly, we didn't actually eject him into space. He just got ejected from the convention. Next time. At least now people know kind of what he looks like, so in future... I'm kind of hoping he just gets blacklisted from future events, right? Like, he just can't show up. Show up. It's definitely against Offkai's rules. Doesn't mean it's legal. I don't think it's illegal, but fuck. It is creepy, though. Very creepy. Going to conventions must be hell for VTubers. You must have so many strange people. Yo, Fox, thank you for the super chat. Is that... Wait, it's a super sticker. The thumbs up. I don't see many of those. People tend to use the TTS to call me short and spam L_, so I don't actually see many of the cool sticker things. So yeah, there isn't much to talk about. They found him out. Just... I did see someone say that, like, that guy walking around. I did see that people say that if you meet someone for the first time, like, and you know them online but not in person, a good way to do it is to, like, send them a DM on Twitter, and then, you know, that's a good way to check their identity. So yeah, if you're ever, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys are famous VTubers. I don't plan on going into any conventions. I don't like people. This is why I don't like people. This is why I don't like socializing. People scare me. At least on Twitter, I have the goated blue check mark, you know. That's how I know who's a real person and who's fake. Or it's how I used to be. Well, I think the badges are meant to be verification as well, but I don't think everyone gets them, so it is believable that someone like Cooksy maybe didn't get a badge. Or did he forge a badge? He might have forged one. I'm not sure. Anyway. That's that. It's annoying. When my merch coming? I think I mean, if I was going to do merch, it'd probably just be this hoodie, right? I actually kind of want one for myself. Like, I kind of want this hoodie for me, personally. If you don't know, I don't think it's ever been leaked, because you can never see behind me because I only move in 2 dimensions. There's actually like a crescent moon on the back of this hoodie as well. It'd be pretty like not super insane merch considering it's just a fucking hoodie. There's not like Lopi's hoodie. Have you guys seen Lopi's hoodie? Like Lopi's hoodie is wild. There's like 1,000,001 things on it. But do I have I don't have a full reference sheet yet. I will need to pay someone to make one for me before I could commission a full scale model though. And that's fun. I've actually been looking for someone to commission for that. I have a few suggestions that I'm gonna look at pursuing.
Fuck you.
We don't bully you. It's just a little ribbing. Okay, we do bully you a little bit.
Okay, like if you're gonna bully me, you have to at least admit to bully me. You can't bully me and then gaslight me that you don't bully me. That's not on. Yeah, Lopi's hoodie is wild. Only likable part of you thinking is it could be removed. I do not have a remove hoodie toggle. I do have a hoodie up toggle. Let's do that. So yeah, is there any other major Offkai stories that you guys can think of? I think we covered most of them. The Lopi jacket is pretty cool. I don't know if it'd suit me, but it's very pink. Pink is very much not my color. I think we're done with Offkai. Yeah, it's not as bad. As far as convention stories go, there was no ball pit. There's always, like, you know a convention's gone bad when there's a ball pit story. That's how you know you've hit the Hall of Fame of bad conventions, when there's some wild, like, ball pit story. Tell me realize Offkai was happening is already too late. Yeah, I mean, it's in America, so I couldn't really go myself, unfortunately. Only 3 VTubers actually enjoying Pen is one of them. You probably just haven't seen enough, man. I'm far from the top 3. There are some insanely talented people out there that you probably enjoy watching. The infamous ball pits of doom. Yeah, either they're crippling someone or they're spreading infection. Let us move on to... Do you want to look at Idol? How about that? Do you want to look at Idol quickly? Yeah, the TwitchCon pit of spine shattering. That was wild. Or was it DashCon? The Tumblr convention with the fucking ball pit someone pissed in. We can look at Idol. So if you don't know, I say that at the beginning of every story. If you don't know, like that's kind of the point of a news stream, isn't it? If you don't know, if you knew, you wouldn't be here. If you notice, one thing you'll probably notice about me if you watch one of my streams, I tend to say the same things repeatedly. It's like a thing I do. I also tend to mimic people really, like, quickly. It's a weird thing that I do, which is that after I hear people use a word like 3 times, I will start mimicking them, like, instinctively. I don't get it. It's very strange. I do have an NPC dialogue tweet. I literally have 3 conversation starters. Don't say it. I was going to say if you don't know, and I'm not going to do it this time. Idol had their Gen 2 debuts, which has been hyped up for a while. Need to start teaching me Slash. Let's not. Please don't get me cancelled. I'm trying to keep my channel. At least wait until I'm close to 100k. And then I can be cancelled at like 99. It'll be a flex. That's the name. It's called Echolalia? Really? Wait, are you... I feel like this is a fucking... baiting me into searching up something weird again. Oh. Huh. Today I learned. Like, I didn't know that's what I did. Huh. Today man, is it really a VTuber stream if they didn't learn another weird mental condition they had? Cheers to that. Probably the autism. To be fair, it definitely is. When you're diagnosed, it kind of tell you to mimic people to make yourself seem more normal. Survival strategy tips. Nothing happens at 100k. It is fake. Fake news. Anyway, so these are the next gen. Their debuts were so successful. If you went there, literally everyone was watching the Idol EN debuts. There was like, I think when I tuned in, I think they had I think they were at like 5k viewers roughly. Oh, Why is the fucking door opening? It's 10 o'clock at night. Who the fuck is coming in? Someone is sneaking into my house at 10 o'clock at night. The scary time to be alive. Oh my god, I'm joking. Help. I'm choking. Oh my god. Help me, I'm dying. Please. Is Little Peachy's here for you? Little Peach's sick right now, she can't do anything. I caught up all of them. Yeah, so I think first one, yeah, there was like, it was like 5 to 10k. But then I think you could probably triple that based on the views from watch-alongs. Nobody's gone for Whacked. I have so many enemies that could be sneaking in to kill me right now. So yeah, I think you could probably... Fuck's sake, would it just stop? God, my throat is so weak. My terrible, weak, pathetic lungs. Who is breaking into my house? Can you stop? I'm talking about VTubers. I have more important things to worry about than losing. Honestly, there's nothing you can steal. I have my PC, that's about it. And I'm sitting at it, so have fun with that one. It's me. So, yeah, I mean, as far as VTuber debuts go, 15 to 20k roughly on your first ever stream is pretty insane levels of success. The other thing I noticed was that they're all fucking insane. Like, normally, right, with a gen, you get like 2 insane ones maybe, you get like the responsible one, and then you get like the sarcastic but semi-held together one, right? Apparently nobody told Ido that. They're all fucking batshit. Like, hey Ravioli. Yeah, 2 of the 5 members already have monetization. I think because YouTube lessened, I was going to say because YouTube lessened the requirements, but honestly, they're all above 4K, holy shit. All of them just are, in their own way, a little bit touched in the head. Seriously, like, if you didn't watch, I don't know if I can show, but every time, because I tuned in and out, I was like clicking through different streams and different watch-alongs and whatnot, and every time I tuned in, they were talking about something like the golden ratio. That was a thing. Decrease sub count, increase its hours needed. I don't know. I thought they'd decrease it across the board to 3,000. It used to be 4,000 hours needed, wasn't it? I can't remember. Yeah, they're all very small as well. I mean, we do know that insanity increases inversely proportional to height, right? So the smaller you are, the more insane you are. Oh yeah, fucking Roca's rock singing was awesome as well. Ro's got a voice on her. The pressure factor is a compress. Yeah, you compress the evil into a smaller size. The brat niche. They do have a very high... I mean, at this point, is there like a one height chart? Wait, Kai's the tallest in Idol? How tall is Kai? I thought Juno was taller than Kai. Hang on. "125 centimeters tall." At some point, we're gonna hit sub 100, right? Someone's gonna do it. We're gonna. Yeah, Juno is taller than Kai. I thought that. Kai's taller if you include horns. That is not fair. That is against the rules. I'm pretty sure Juno's the tallest. Juno's like 170. I don't know what Kai. I mean, we could probably look at Kai's debut in chat, can't you? A lot of the time they have like the card. What the f... Okay, I didn't actually try and read this the first time I watched it. Why does this look like it was written by a 3-year-old?
I mean, clearly, as you
What?
can clearly tell, I am just exuding,
5...
dripping, pure
What is that? 54.5? 54.5 inches?
testosterone.
Is it 50? It looks like 54.5.
Don't call me mommy. I'm not your mommy. I'm not your dad.
Can't hear shit? Yes, because it's like way down low.
Daddy, I'm your puppy. Okay, get it right.
Dragoon. 5.4? Counts her horns. 5'5" and 5 similar horns. Yeah, Juna's still taller. Juna's the tall. I think Juna is 5'8", if I remember correctly. Alright, we can do some quick fact check. We can do a fact check. Somebody's probably already done the height chart. Alright, somebody, alright, let me see. Has somebody done an updated height chart yet? Okay, no, but we can see this one for the previous members from Idol. Yeah, Juna's 174. I'll see you later, Rose. Juna's still the tallest. Everyone else is tiny. Wait, somebody's smaller than Fuyo now? Who's the smallest? I like how we're just focusing on height, but it's just... Oh yeah, this fucking thing. This fucking box, man. It's like a clown car. 4'3". Jesus Christ. Why are they all so... Like, I'm genuinely curious. Are they that small IRL, or are they just... Is this like a weird arms race we have with VTubing, where everybody's just in a competition to see who can be the tiniest fucking person ever? And eventually we're going to get to sub 100 centimeters. No way. See, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like, they can't possibly be that small. After Symmetry, I'm just... Yeah, because there can't be that many people. I don't know. I'll join Idol and I'll tell you. There must be like a positive disposition for small people to become VTubers then. Not me though. I'm the exception. 4'3" is tiny. 4'3" is like... That can't be right. That has to just be the arms race in play. The smaller the frame, the more insanity that can be held in. I guess that's true. But yeah, they were all pretty good. I mean, it's Idol, right? You know, the debuts are gonna be fucking stacked. Idol always has the fucking insane level. Like, the models are all good. Although, fucking Momo's toggles threw me for a loop, man. I thought pre-debut, I thought Momo was going to be the pure one. I thought she was going to be the sane one. You know, the say so, the one that keeps all the shit together. No. Nah. That's you fell for one of the classic blunders. Yeah. Pure one, and I don't look. I held out hope. All right, leave me alone. I had dreams, man. What's my dog freaking out about? I had dreams. I had plans. I had ideals. I thought, you know, looking at the designs, one of them has to be sane. Surely it's this one. She's got like the pink bow and the blonde hair. Like, come on. And then no. Yeah. That was wrong. Presentation of racket for pixel length is 70 centimeters. Get small people for cheaper small model. That is true. You do pay by the inch. The taller the model, the more expensive. That is factually accurate. Man got Hatchama. I guess it is the Hatchama experience, right? It's just... Yeah. Let's not. We don't need to continue. We don't need to see the rest of that. We're fine. We're trying not to get demonetized. Not today. Not today, YouTube. I think Roca is the most same one. You're probably not wrong there, but that's saying something. Juno's mom Gen 1, who's a mom Gen 2. They're a pack of wild dogs. They don't have a mum. Their mum died in a car accident. They had the anime mum. Got eaten by a titan. And now they're VTubing. But anyway, yeah, that was the Idol debuts.
Fuck you.
Is there such a thing as a sane VTuber?
No, it is true. Once you get your model and you decide to go live, your sanity is sucked out your body, unfortunately. Phase a sad core, what is Idol? Oh, I don't know. Gremlin core? Probably, yeah. She doesn't almost. You see her fabulous cardboard fortress. Ah, yes. Can't be homeless if you live in a box. You're not wrong. Mental asylum core. Mad girl core. Do not enter corp. You will die. Lose your kidneys, corp. Now that's probably also phase. I did hear that. Look, we're not talking about the Clossy discussion. I've heard the word Clossy too many times in my life. I did not sign up for this when I got the internet, okay? Just paying rent, it's all that matters. Who do you pay rent to for a cardboard box? Let's wait for Phase Gen 3. Oh yeah, that's happening soon as well. A lot of debuts happening soon. I guess we can move on. Speaking of debuts, I've heard about Pixel Link. Some people have like DM'd me about it and like talked to me about it. I actually didn't catch them myself, but we can check them out now if you guys want. Don't say embrace the Clossy. Fuck you, Salty. That is the worst sentence I've probably ever had the displeasure of reading.
The real question is, does she live in Connie's box?
I mean, they are probably small enough to fit, right? Maybe that's why they're so small, so they can all fit in one box. Because if any of them were normal height, they wouldn't have enough space. Where's my timestamps? What time is it? Where are we? So yeah, I did get DM'd about Pixel Link a little bit, but I didn't personally check it out. I left you a briefing news channel. Oh, fun. Where's my news channel? Oh yeah, just in case. Oh, I forgot to fix the YouTube bot again. Every time, man. God, I'm so bad at everything in life. I suck so much. Where are you, Falter? That's Opera GX. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so they debuted five new people. Small people. Have you tried not having a skill issue? I've been trying that for my entire life, man. It's yet to work out. I'll see you later, Red Ghost. Okay, if I play this, I will get immediately copyright struck. Thank you. So yeah, apparently they're like a completely new agency. Their debuts went pretty well, all things considered. For like a new agency to do this well and be this well known. I don't know if, did they have like watch-alongs or were there sponsorships? Because I didn't hear anything about their upcoming debuts and then they were just everywhere and people were DMing me about them. Because like, this is pretty fucking, for like a new agency to get these kind of numbers is pretty wild. I mean, to be fair to look, it does look pretty like, pretty professional level stuff in terms of like waiting screens and lore videos and Jesus. Again, 150 centimeters every time, man. They're all tiny. They had 2 watch-alongs. And yeah, the models look fucking great as well. I guess it's just a case of it being a very, very high quality debut.
Pretty much.
Which is, I guess, kind of proves, because there's been a lot of discussion recently regarding Idol and their debuts and how much money they pay into marketing and, you know, advertisements. Actually, I'm considering making a video about it. I know I still have to make the Wactor video. I have a lot of videos on the back burner. But I've considered making a video about like, is VTubing pay to win, right? With regards to like how much it costs to get a model, how much it costs to like advertise and do debuts nowadays, and just talking about it. But there has been a bit of discussion in the community about like the amount of money Idol fed into their debuts and whatnot. I think it's cool to see that from what it looks like, it was just, they just kind of did well on their debuts, and that's why they've got, you know, been successful. Although I mean, again, high quality models are fucking expensive, man. Like, you can just, the standard of models is steadily going up every time. Although I think we have reached, maybe, we're kind of getting to the point where it's hitting peak, you know, like you can't really get much. You can get better tracking, you can get more fluid like animations and whatnot, but we're reaching the point where there's not a huge amount you can do more that isn't just like added fluff, right? in terms of like the general day-to-day model, right, with expressions and whatnot, not like toggles, there's not a huge amount you can get better nowadays. It's not like back in the days where people were rocking, you know, the Vroid models that they self-made, which worked and actually worked quite well for a lot of people. A lot of people still use them and they still work fine. But, you know, only improvement would be expression tracking instead of toggles. Yeah, so expression tracking, some I accidentally hit my mute key. Ignore that. Some models still have like way better expression tracking. Kilia from AN, I've noticed, actually has really, really good like facial expression tracking. So does Ember from the new what do you call it? Why can I not remember? What is wrong with me? Bros, I'm blanking. Phase. Yeah, thank you. Holy shit. I literally blanked for some fucking reason. I don't know. But Ember's tracking from Phase is also really pretty good. But yeah, as modelers get better and better, we're gonna see higher and higher quality. But they are expensive as fuck. Like a well drawn, well animated, like rigged model of this, like, you know, like this, or like the stuff Phase Invaders have, it's a lot. I've seen places charge like $4 for the illustration and $4 for the rigging, so it's like $8 in total. You can get it for cheaper. Don't get me wrong, that is not the requirement. You do not have to spend nearly $10 on the model, and if you're just starting VTubing, please don't. It's a terrible business decision. But to get high quality models is a lot of money. It's a fair amount of investment. So if you watch like an agency debut and the model is very, very well tracked and very good expression tracking and very well animated, you're looking in like the 5 to 10k range at least for those kind of models. How far they can look left and right, that's true as well. I've noticed male VTuber models tend to be on average lower quality. Like when you think about it, when I was looking at the Noctix debuts, I don't know if you guys saw that the Noctix got some fucking dope new outfits, right? Like the Noctix boys' designs are fucking cool, right? Their outfits and stuff are cool, but their tracking and their expressions and whatnot are pretty like limited, I've noticed. And it's not just them, it's like I've noticed a lot of like the male industry VTubers and whatnot is like they are they're not terribly, but they're compared to like their you know female counterparts, their tracking and whatnot is not super, and their expressions is not super fluid, right? Tempest got a ton of crap for the models. To be fair, a lot of people are crapping on Tempest designs, which I actually think the Tempest designs are really cool. I like the Tempest designs, but a lot of people, personally, it's not just Tempest, it's Niji as well, and a lot of, I mean, when I'm thinking of people with like really high quality male models, Cab obviously comes into question, but Cab isn't really a male model, he's a fucking eldritch horror. Shoto has a really good model. Like Shoto's tracking and his hair tracking and his expressions and whatnot is pretty fucking good. Kenji's new model that he revealed a little while back is also really fucking good. There's a few others. I'm not touching all of them obviously because there's quite a few of them, but Joel also has a good one, but remember Joel's model is technically a female design, so slightly different. But yeah, I've noticed that indie male VTubers tend to have far better expressions and, you know, tracking as opposed to agency ones. Statistically, men probably emote less due to toxic masculinity. I don't know. I personally don't emote a lot. I mean, to be fair, my model doesn't have many emotions. It's a very small model, very chibi model, which is fine for me because I don't really like. I don't scream a lot. I don't emote much myself, so I don't need expressions. Even if I had good tracking expressions, it'd still just be this because that's just how I am. Yeah, and there's also the fact that when you look up like illustration, like riggers and illustrators for male models, you have way fewer choice. Like I've looked up quite a few because obviously I'm planning on getting my own. And every time I look them up, you look at their like, what do you call it? It's like, it's not repertoire, it's like, portfolio, you look at like their previous works and it's like all girls, and you're like, ah, interesting. So yeah, finding good male illustrators and modelers is way harder because there's just less of them. But yeah, so getting high quality models is hard in a lot of ways. And it's expensive. So we have the and it's also, you know, you just have in general less successful indie male VTubers on the average, right? Like I can probably name off the top of my head like 20 very, very successful female VTubers, just, you know, off rip. I can probably get to like 10 for guys if I try really hard. Iron Vertex is, I think, about 10k a model. Yeah. Iron Vertex is the best in the industry by a fair bit. Although there is the one that Uni works for is also very good. But they are very good. They're the best in the industry, but they're expensive and they also aren't taking new commissions right now anyway because everybody wants one. Vyugan, I don't think Vyugan is the group. I think the group is named something else. She's a member of Vyugan, but she works as a illustrator for a different it's like a different company that she does illustration for. But yeah, it's, if you want top quality model, it's very expensive, which kind of puts into perspective how expensive a new agency debuting is. Because if you want 5 high quality models at once, you're probably looking at an investment of 20 to 30k at the least, not counting the assets you want to buy and the advertisements you're doing. It's a decent chunk of change. Basically a brand name like Gucci. To be fair though, they are very good as well. But yeah, it's true that having one of the appeals of Vertex as well is that you can kind of just go to them as one place, right? So you don't have an illustrator, you still have an illustrator and a rigger, but you don't have them like in 2 separate people that have to work together. You can go there and be like, look, here's my design model. I will pay you fucking 10 grand, whatever model. And then if you ever need touch-ups or new toggles or anything, you can go back to the same place and have them handle it again. It's not, you know, 2 people working on that don't know each other, which is helpful. So if you're looking to be like a very successful long-term VTuber and you already have an audience, having that sort of team that you can go back to filled with that level of expertise is probably very helpful. Hey AJ, how you going? Anyway, that's Pixel Link. They're, again, models very cool. I didn't get to catch the debuts myself, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't be everywhere in the world at once. As much as I might like to shadow clone myself, I've yet to discover that power. But yeah. What else is there? What else? Is there any other debuts that happened this week? I'm like Cooksey. Maybe maybe that's why Cooksey is everywhere clipping everything. Maybe the guy at Offkai was just a Cooksey clone gone rogue. Do yourself a favor and watch Rockies. I'll do it. I'm not going to watch it on stream though, obviously, because watching, I think you need permission for that kind of thing. But from what I've seen, they look pretty fucking cool. Rain Ho just had her 3.0 re-debut. Oh, interesting. Actually, yeah, I saw the tweets about that as well. Yeah, Cooksey's just been actually using shadow clones this entire time. That's how he's clipping everyone and everything. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't pay 10k for a model unless you know you're going to make it back by streaming. So if you're just starting out, like, it's probably not advised. You need to get to a point where you're averaging like several, at least, you know, 2 probably 300-ish viewers a stream in order to really make that kind of investment and it to be a smart decision. Unless you're doing it just because you want to do it and you find it fun. And if it's your money, you can spend it however you want. But from a business perspective, it's not great. Not even halfway through our entire bus. I'll try and speed up. Hang on. I'll try and speed up. Sorry, I've been rambling a lot today. I get that. I would recommend starting out as a PNG. Don't jump straight into a model because there's enough shit that you have to deal with as a look, I'll just watch this clip. There's enough shit you have to deal with as a new streamer that can go wrong and will go wrong that you don't know how to work with. Adding a model into that, you're gonna fucking die. It's actually, I personally think it's way better to just start as a PNG and figure your shit out. Especially because, like, being honest with yourself, nobody's going to be watching. Not because you're bad, not because you're not skilled or anything, but because it's just the way streaming works. You start with nothing and then you have to work your way up. And that's good. That's actually a good thing. You don't want success from the start because you want a period of time to, you know, figure shit out and figure out how to make OBS work and stream work and whatnot. Advise it might be better to just work on your name and your brand first before you debut. That'd be where you won't debut to 0 to 3 viewers. I'd suggest the opposite personally. I personally think starting, bro, I wouldn't even debut, quote unquote. I wouldn't even like hype it up and be like, I'm debuting. I would literally just go live. Don't have a model, have a PNG, go live and just fucking do it. You will fuck up. Things will go wrong. OBS will break. Your stream will break. Your chat will break. Your PNG will probably explode, right? Because it's streaming and it's actually like, once you get streaming down, once you have all the windows and all the toggles and you have everything set up, it's actually not too hard. It's just hitting go live and then troubleshooting shit as it happens. But getting to that spot where you have your audio fixed and everything is a pain. It's trial and error. There's shit you won't even think about until it happens to you live on stream and you're like, well, I didn't realize that was going to be an issue, but now I know, right? So if you start with 1,000 viewers somehow, it's going to be way harder to deal with because you have 1,000 people watching and it's more stressful. If you go live to like 3 people and that shit happens, it doesn't matter. That's the whole point of that beginning period of streaming, is to find your feet. So it's why I actually have kind of a fair bit of sympathy for like hololive and niji talents, and it's why they always hire them from experienced streamers so they know what they're doing. Because trying to go live to like 3,000-4,000 people without any experience streaming, like I think Kobo did. Kobo had no experience streaming and just went live to like several thousand people. That'd fucking suck. Like, I'd hate that. But yeah, here's the Noctix outfits. They're very cool. Seems I've already made a mistake for clicking live. Look, there's, again, the good thing about early on streaming is you can't really make
Just
mistakes.
saying you can use the start small and work up advice for everything in life.
That's true. Starting small and figuring out how to do something before working your way up is generally the better path. Obviously, if you find a way to get a ton of viewers, go for it. But on the whole, I think a lot of people are desperate to have that like immediate audience. But if you don't know how to stream yet, like why would you want the audience if you have no idea what you're doing? Figure yourself out first and then you'll do it, you know? But yeah, the Noctix boys all look fucking cool. I think I heard that it's like, they kind of look like K-pop boys, but Sunny, Uki's was probably my favorite. Uki's is fucking cool. I do like Fulgur's as well. We finally see Fulgur's other eye. Like, it's a miracle. He can finally wink. He can finally wink, boys. We did it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh god, he's horizontal. Yeah, again, that's what we're talking about. The face like rigging and expression tracking for male models has always been pretty iffy, but outfits are cool. That's what I've always said, right? Like the outfits and the designs for male VTubers are always really, really cool. It's just there seems to be a bit of lacking in terms of the tracking and like facial expressions, which is unfortunate. But these outfits are fucking dope. Uki's whole vibe is kind of cool. Like his whole like purple soft vibe. That looks comfy as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. I'll see you later, Fear. But yeah, so that happened. Let me close. What next? Uki got even more huggable somehow. Yeah, don't know how that happened. Man was already like soft as a pillow. Okay, let's crack through some things pretty quickly. I don't really want to do. I'm not going to do this one because I don't actually know enough about it to talk about it realistically. So we'll skip that. Okay, on this sort of same vein, Magni had his 1.5 debut. Again, kind of sticking to the male VTuber kind of thing. So Magni kind of got a touch up on his model thing. I'll see you later, Tony. So yeah, where is it? Oh, we got a new video. Yeah. So Maggie got a kind of touch up on his thing pretty quickly and for another 3 hours. No, I'm going to rocket through these pretty quick. We have like another 1 or 2 big topics to talk about, but I should be able to get through this. Yeah, his rigging got a lot better. And then I think Vesper announced his 2.0. Yeah. The Vesper also said that he's getting a 2.0. So Magni's got his 1.5 as touch up. Vesper's getting a 2.0, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, we got the voice reveal for Opera GX. I'll show you that really quickly. Vesper getting a overhaul. Hope he has a spear gun. I think didn't he have a harpoon? Didn't he buy one? Man bought himself a harpoon. So Opera GX posted this big fucking vid revealing the voice reveal of their VTuber. Who apparently, so they've picked the her name's Aura. I know her name's Aura. And she dropped a cover. Yeah. So if you don't know, Opera GX announced a VTuber a while back. I think they announced it. I can't remember how long ago it was. It was like a few months ago. But we didn't know who was like, they had auditions and we didn't know. There was a whole thing about them like not allowing older people or whatever. And so apparently they've chosen who the actual person behind the VTuber was going to be. And then they had this big hyped up voice reveal and
Hi.
amazing. 10 out of 10. You don't want Hags GX. I think I stuck up for them around that. I think it's fine to say that you only want a specific type of person. Although I don't think doing it purely based on age is necessarily the way to go about it. I can't remember exactly what I said. You can probably find it. It's probably in my VOD somewhere of me having a dumbass opinion. I fear the day people realize that they can go through my VODs and figure out all the dumb shit I've said in my life. I've said a lot of dumb things on the internet, man. A lot. Too much, some might say. Not enough, others might say. It is kind of a rite of passage as a VTuber to just say the dumbest shit. Oh yeah, this is another thing. The making a compilation as we speak. It's a long fucking compilation. Pretty much every one of my VODs in order. I talked to this is another kind of update to a story. It was more because I saw Kyo talk about it. So for those that don't know about nijiJP, there's please enable auto captions on your stream. There is auto captions are enabled. They just aren't in real time, unfortunately. If you go back, there's a transcript for all of my previous streams. I actually use them to find shit sometimes. But I believe they're there. They should be there. They also probably don't work because the auto captions don't really like the Scottish accent, unfortunately. Yeah, so there's a Niji VTuber called Gundo Murray from nijiJP. And I can't read any of her tweets because I don't speak weeb. But I did hear that someone impersonated Cooksey. We've already talked about it. There's a timestamp in the... Oh, I didn't timestamp this. It's in the... Towards the end of the Offkai section, we talked about it. But yeah, so a while back... Oh, how long ago was this? Was this like 2 months ago, I think, roughly? Someone fact checked me on that. I think it was about 2 months ago. 3 months ago? 2 months? 3? Yeah. She basically, there was a Japanese baseball thing going on, and she made a joke like, couldn't you just aim the ball at the person and take them out? Which I think at the time I said was pretty fucking funny. But apparently Japanese people take their baseball very seriously. It's very serious business. And so she got suspended for it. And she's still suspended for it, like 2+ months later. Which has led to people kind of being concerned. Again, I saw Kyo's video about it, but it's led to people kind of being concerned because obviously if a VTuber's banned, like suspended for this long, it's, you know, I've also used your transcript to find certain topics in past streams. Yeah, it is there. I just don't think it works live, unfortunately. When a VTuber is suspended for this long, it does start raising the kind of concern that maybe they're not coming back. It's like making a joke about football in Europe. Yeah, but if you made a joke about football in Europe, I don't think anybody would like start calling for your head. Although maybe they would. I don't know. It depends where in Europe. But the fact that Niji was like, we're so sorry. I think part of it probably comes down to the fact that Niji gets sponsored by some baseball teams occasionally, if I remember correctly. So it may be due to that. But yeah, they have like 2 related contracts with baseball related stuff. That's probably it. it's another fucking example of like one of the reasons I hate a certain aspects of corporate VTubing. The whole picking the sponsor over the talent is bullshit. Because like Gundo is one of the nijiJP streamers that I've actually heard about. Like I've seen some clips of her in the past, which is saying something because there's like 200 nijiJP streamers and I don't know most of them. But I don't know, it wasn't even like she was like, oh, baseball's trash, you know, don't watch baseball. It was like, it was a fucking joke, man. Take a joke, Jesus Christ. Explain the importance of baseball in Japanese culture, but I still think the hate was excessive. It was. They're fucking soft skins little bitches, right? I'm sorry, but that's what you are. If you take that much offense over someone saying, why don't you throw the baseball at the person, you're a fucking bitch. Just fucking toughen up, man. It's not that big a deal. Jesus Christ. I feel like so many fucking corporate problems would be solved if the agencies were just willing to call people bitches. You know? Like, if people were just, if like agencies were more willing to just be like, how about you stop being a cuck? How about that, man? How about you grow up here? Fucking deal with it. It's just, ugh, hate it so much. Another one for the compilation. That's not a dumb opinion. I hate, like, it happened with fucking, like, the Hachima Coco situation a while back was a similar thing, but I got why Cover did it. Like, but there's this whole thing, it's a thing in corporate VTubing of, like, the talent comes second, you know, behind our image or our brand, and it's just like, go fuck yourself, man. Tell them to suck a dick. If you get that butthurt over your sticking ball game, you need to reevaluate your fucking life choices, man. It is a game of people standing on a field hitting a ball very far. It is not that important, chief. It ain't. I don't care what your culture says about it or how important it is to your history. You didn't even fucking invent it. Jesus Christ. Shit pisses me. I hate sports fans. I don't know if I'm a sports fan myself. I hate sports fans that get overly invested in that shit and they start like legitimately hating on people because they play for a different team, man. They play a different sports ball. They don't like my sports ball game. It's like, fuck it, bro. You're watching a bunch of multi-millionaires try to hit a ball for or put it in a hoop. It's not that big a deal. Jesus Christ. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. Like, I like sports. I like basketball. Basketball is my sport. I like a bit of volleyball as well. I'm a fan of sports. I also recognize that it's not worth getting that fucking angry about. And even if it was not like she dunked on the, you know, the sport. She just made a joke about it. Sports fans are some of the most fucking fragile people out there, right? The moment you say anything slightly annoying about their sport, they fucking come for your throat. Anyway. This annoyed me. Did you hear about people getting mad at Taco for Zoomer lingo? No? It seems weird. Fun to play, boring to watch. Basketball's pretty fun to watch. That's why I like it. I enjoy watching basketball. Most sports, I agree, are fucking... Any sport with a bat is boring as fuck to watch. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Every sport with a bat is like 10 hours of setup and then a hit, and then the hit goes wide, and then you have to do another 10 hours of setup, and it's like, God. Cricket is the worst, though. I hate cricket. I know I lived in Australia for a while. That was not a very popular opinion, but dear God, man. So many people in Australia love cricket. I could not fucking stand it. It's fucking hot as balls out there. You have to sit and watch for 2 to 3 hours as people hit a ball out the field over and over again. And then sometimes they draw, and you spent 3 hours watching a game with no winner. It's like, fuck, man. Anyway. Now that all the sports fans are out of the stream, should we go back to talking about anime, people? Part of talks aside Japanese culture because they take it very seriously. Nah, you see that shit in every sport. It's not just a Japanese thing. You see it in football fans, man. Have you seen football fans? They are some of the most foul fucking people in existence. They take that shit so seriously. If you say that their team's colour is wrong, they will and can come and castrate you. Anyway, we did that. Did that. Oh yeah, another little thing. Yeah, soccer, football, not American football. British football fans are the worst. I hate British football fans, man. Football fans have destroyed their city when their own team wins. Yeah, they're... So, if you didn't see it, again, moving on from the sports debate, Hololive did had it. So if you don't know, Hololive, I keep saying if you don't know, fuck man, I need like a buzzer or a shot caller that every time I say that shit, they can just shock me. Now that I notice I say it so much, I get annoyed at myself. Hey Slider. So Hololive is having an EN concert in, oh fuck. When is it happening? Oh shit, I should probably know that. I don't know. Stop kidding about whether we know things. July 2nd, okay. So yeah, Hololive's having an EN concert, which basically every EN member is coming together for this thing. Yeah, it's like the day after the Kawaii concert, I think, or the day before. It's like within a day, in the same place as well. Oh yeah, and some JP members are present. So yeah, and they released this song, which is like, I think it's like the trailer or the theme song for the whole concert, which is the first song we've gotten that has every EN member in it. Like, it's basically a collab between every EN member, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, this whole aspect of VTubers isn't really my kind of thing. The whole like, idol dancing concert thing. It ain't my cup of tea, right? It's not why I watch VTubers. I get it if it shows, it's just not my personally, but it is pretty cool seeing how like good they all look. Like, I know we've been seeing their 3D models come out over the past few months. And they're pretty high quality. Gura looks tiny. Holy shit, I just realized that. Why does Iris look so tall? That is not proportional. Iris is not that tall. How tall is Iris? Hang on. Where did it hang? Yeah, she's 166. Yeah, I know Gura's small. I didn't realize she was that small though. Holy shit. Anyway, yeah. So that's happening. If you're in LA and you want to go see that, and we're back at night. It is inevitable. Every conversation we ever have eventually comes back around to how tall everybody is. Unfortunately. Gura's 140. Is that a 26 centimeter? It might be. I don't know. I'm not very good at judging height differences. Kind of hard when you're taller than everyone else, you know? It sold it in less than a day. Oh yeah, that's true. I forget. Never mind. If you're in LA and you haven't already got a ticket, you are fucked. It sold out literally the moment it went live. Cooper is one of the few EN members with the legit excuse for not being able to drive. Yeah, she probably can't reach the pedals. Although, it kind of puts into perspective how ridiculously small some of the recent debuts have been. Like, 130 centimeters is 10 centimeters taller than Gura. Smaller than Gura. Like, that's wild. Because she's already fucking minuscule. But yeah, that's the thing. And... okay, we did that. Okay, we have two kind of stories to talk about. Two things to discuss, kinda, and then one thing to end on, which is wild, that you've probably already heard about, and then we can wrap up. So, I don't know if you guys remember who Offkai is. Yes, what I think of the newest V-Reverie wave. V-Reverie actually has been popping up more into my feed over the past couple of weeks. I think I've interacted with a few of them on Twitter. Then I raided Cherry, I think, the other day as well. So yeah, they've popped up a lot more recently. They're pretty cool. We talked about the recent V-Reverie wave when they debuted though. If you want to see my reaction to their debuts and whatnot, it is there. I think I showed them when they first came out. But yeah, so Offkai, if you don't know, okay, so Offkai's whole legacy, right? His whole drama is too long to go over. Basically, dude posted fake AI art, pretended it wasn't fake AI art. Oh god, I got a hiccup. Pretended it wasn't fake AI art, then lied about it and got into a fight with people, and then he pretended to be part of Cloud9 when he wasn't, used it for clout, got into a lot of arguments, tried to lie about it, tried to gaslight people, then basically left and said he was leaving VTubing and deleted his account and everything, and now he's back under a different account name. Didn't tell anyone, and then False called him out for it. And look, so, oh yeah, he also got accused of botting, like view botting as well. Maybe he changed. Well, he blocked False, which is never a good sign when you block the news channel. But yeah, so False, I mean, he's
onto another East.
I think I linked the False video. Oh no, I didn't talk about it in my short. But yeah, it's False's, one of False's most recent videos, right? He's talking about Tossify, and then he shows up in his chat. Basically, his model, which he retired, seems to have appeared on a new account. Then he rebranded as this guy, Kanai Mamoru. Didn't seem to tell anyone that he was the same person, but it's the same voice and everything. And then he appeared in False's chat and basically gave a bunch of explanations. Again, if you want the full story, I'm just kind of giving you a brief thing because it doesn't concern me. False is the one with way better info about this. If you really want the full story, go check out this video. Far, far better. Basically, he blocked False, showed up in his chat, said he's going to, said he's been through therapy, he's going to get better, and that he's going to tell people who he is. But he didn't actually do that, and False questioned why he doesn't just do it immediately, and why he left and said he wasn't coming back and then came back. And why he seems to be liking and responding to his own tweets under a different thing, under a different name. Again, if you want a full story, go watch False. This is one of those situations where the story is better told to the person directly involved rather than me as a third party. But yeah. Or you could go just watch the VOD on False's Twitch. Actually, do you know what? Fuck it. I'll link False's Twitch. I follow him. I don't know if he's live right now, but he is not. But I will drop a link to his Twitch if you want to go follow him or go check out his VOD. Hang on, here we go. He made a huge point saying how he quit, graduate, and not come back. Look, man. At this point, when someone gets exposed for something and then says they're going to quit and not come back, they always come back. It's like, they always do. Look at Nosagi, look at Tossify. Anytime anyone, like, quote-unquote graduates and said they're never returning, they do. They fucking do. Of course they do. Because they've had success doing streaming or content creation. Of course they're going to fucking come back to it. I think people should be able to assume a new identity if they want to. I don't. I think the idea that you can just sort of swap model, swap account name, and immediately be cleansed of all your sins is silly to me. You couldn't do it if you were, a real person. Like if you were just a normal flesh tuber or whatever, you couldn't just change account name and pretend you're a different person. It's different depending on the severity, obviously, but like, no. I think if you fuck up and if you legitimately hurt people, or you lie to people, or you gaslight people, or you, hey Christian, you legitimately cause harm or offense, I don't think you should be able to just fucking face swap and like you're in a video game, right? And immediately lose all accountability for your actions. Because if anything, all that does is prove that you're not mature enough to own up to what you did, and you're trying to run away and, get away from the consequences. Hey, Emperor. Mary said in order to be successful, you need to be involved in at least a little bit of drama. No, I don't think that's true. I think success, I guess it depends on how she said it. I think success will bring about drama regardless. Anyone who's successful will inevitably be drawn into drama, but I don't think the drama is necessary for success, if that makes sense. Once you get popular enough, people will just start drama just because you're successful and for no other reason. So getting successful enough means you will eventually get caught up in drama, just if for no other reason than people are trying to slander you because they're jealous. But no, I don't think you need drama to be successful. I mean, look at hololive. They didn't get successful off drama. None of their streamers did as well. Most of the hololive VTubers are pretty drama free and they're successful. So maybe as an indie, but nah. I don't think you need it. You definitely don't need... It helps, don't get me wrong. Having some drama does boost your numbers, but I don't think it's necessary. I haven't talked about Ina yet. Ina is the last one we're talking about, actually. I was showing you here's what happened to VTuber last week about success. Like a Scottish Weeb version of Daily Dose of Internet. Scottish Weeb is my handle. That's what I should have called myself, set up a number of Scottish Weeb. But I'm glad you enjoy them. I'm glad people enjoy the shorts. It's kind of weird to me that people like look forward to them. Because like, I never thought when I started them that they'd actually be, you know, interesting to people. I kind of just did them because I thought they were cool. But I'm glad they're helpful to people. I'm glad people find them useful. You know. Hopefully. I've yet to fuck up majorly on them, I hope. I don't think I've spread any misinformation. I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm waiting for a short to come out where I just say something entirely wrong and people are like, well, time to cancel them. I think Stud. Saddest Dude. Oh, you should be... I highly doubt you're the saddest. That is a very competitive market, my guy. Nobody is quite as sad as dudes are, right? You have some fierce competition. Let's talk about Ina. So, if you're not familiar... Fuck. Shit, fucking cunting. Every time, man. It's like a fucking knee-jerk reaction. Every time. God damn it. What is wrong with me? He kicked my dog. I said the thing again. If you're not familiar, god damn it. Anyway, so Ina, I will bring up the clip. I have the clip tabbed. Here it is. I did the thing. Shut up. What happened? So I've discovered this stream. Whenever I start a new topic, I always start it with if you didn't know or if you're not familiar. And I realize that it's every single time. And now every time I say it, I notice that I say it constantly and it's annoying me. And I'm trying to stop saying it, but then I keep saying it. It's very frustrating. Streams wait for a chill Sunday evening activity. Yeah, they're not very like exciting, but I like to think they're at least a little bit chill out. I don't imagine most people are watching. I imagine the majority of you have me on like your second monitor and are just listening because, fuck man, you're probably. How many of you are playing Minecraft right now with me on your second monitor? I'd say at least 5 to 10. You kicked my dog. I kicked all of your dogs. Assuming your dog's a VTuber, of course. I wouldn't kick an actual dog. Terraria. Damn, I've been caught in 4K. I am. I called it. I knew it. Because that's what I do, right? Starbound, Binding of Isaac, Crusader Kings 3, Dark Souls 2. Bro, you're playing Dark Souls 2 while listening to me? That is some fierce concentration, my guy. Doing dishes. 20 minutes of dawn. Reddit. Payday 2. Dang. This is a nice little roll call. We get to see what everybody's playing. RimWorld. Destiny 2. You guys have some good taste, actually. That's surprising. You're watching me, but you have good game taste. I guess all of your taste points went allocated into video games, so you have trash taste in streamers. It's me here being an over knowledge in this. Hey, look. We appreciate first... If you think I'm good enough to be first monitor content, that is a big compliment to me. That is very heartwarming. Anyway, here's the Ina clip, and then we can we talk about the XQC thing and wrap up.
You know, I try to not bring this up.
What monitor gang brings up? Not too fast because her knees hurt.
I guess it bothers Big Ina.
You're on screen one now, baby. Thank you, Ravioli.
I would be talking about something, and out of nowhere, you guys will just, I guess 1 or 2 people in the chat will just sidetrack into, you know...
Yabe. I think Ina was thinking of how to phrase this without being...
Try to bring things back to...
Basically, right. I'll sum it up. Main monitor content, let's go! You're on screen one for me, but you're sharing with Discord. Fine, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's not as much of a compliment, but it's like 50%. I'll take it. So, this is actually a conversation we've had before with like Kiara, where one thing that a lot of streamer communities do, a lot of VTuber fans do, is that they're constantly trying to make everything, you know, like down bad or yabe or bottom left, right? And so they keep referencing it every stream, and they keep twisting everybody's words into into, you know, like sexual jokes or whatever. It's made me feel kind of bad because I don't know if I did any of that behavior. It kind of makes me feel like I got to walk on eggshells, but again, it's in fun and not friends thing. I don't think it's a problem with the communities. This happens with every community, is that it's very hard as a viewer to judge how into something a streamer is, like how much they're vibing with a joke. So it's kind of hard to like judge as just a viewer, kind of what is acceptable and what's not. And so a lot of people see chat vibing with a joke, and they see chat running with a joke and keeping perpetuating it, going over and over and spamming emotes and whatever, and they think that's cool, right? Like they think that's, you know, that's just the way streaming is. And to be fair, a lot of streams have that. A lot of VTubers are cool with that. I'm cool, like with the short jokes in here, right? Hey Scar, how you going? You're playing Demon Souls watching? Good fucking taste, man. But it's hard as a viewer to kind of judge how on board with it a certain streamer is. So you end up with these, I mean, this happened with Kiara as well, and it's happened with a few other streamers where they have to like explicitly say what they're cool with and what they're not cool with, and like sort of have a little sit down with their chat and be like, yo, can we cut this back a little bit because it's getting a bit, like Kiara did it with the bottom left thing, and now Ina's doing it with this, where they have to, it's not a bad thing, it's not like a huge drama, but it's just because of how difficult it is to, you know, judge as a chat member, you have to just sometimes sit down and be like, look, can we cut this shit down a bit because it's getting a bit tiring because it's every fucking stream and every minute of every stream. Yeah, but for some like Pika Me or whatever, they're completely fine with it and they roll with it and they just go with it. But it's one of those things where as a streamer, you don't want to like shut it down and be like, no fun allowed in my stream, shut up chat. You don't want to be that guy, but at the same time, when every single time you speak, somebody in chat is like, sus, yabe, she's down bad, I imagine that would get very tiring. So I get, sometimes you just need these little like sit downs, right? It's not a huge deal, it's not a big drama, but it does happen occasionally. I don't think it's anyone in chat's fault. It's very easy to get swept up with chat and like get kind of caught up in the joke and not really think about how into it the streamer is. We have literally 10,000 people in 5 minutes in chat, doesn't make it any easier, right? When you have that many people, it's just too hard to communicate with them. Yeah, but having it, I mean, like, think about it from their perspective. So every time they say anything even remotely sus, it gets clipped 15 times and put on the internet with the wildest thumbnails known to man, right? So I can imagine that getting frustrating. I get it. But yeah, I don't think it's a huge drama. I don't think it's anything anyone needs to feel bad for, but it is a thing that happens in communities. And I think it's sort of why I laid off the whole Numi thing after like, after milking it for 4 videos, right? Is because I didn't want to be that guy constantly hammering a joke over and over again until, you know, it's dead in the water. Because it's hard for a streamer to communicate frustration or being tired of a joke without coming across as very like killing of the fun. So a lot of streamers will just sit there and be awkward and accept it and not be willing to, you know, actually say that they don't like a joke anymore. So I'm kind of always try to be a little bit conscious of not running a joke into the ground and not perpetuating it far beyond the point it's funny, because I have done that in the past and I've had people not be super happy about it. So, but yeah, just it's not anything. It's not an individual issue. It's just a hive mind issue, right? It's just having that many people watching someone. It inevitably comes up. Yeah, and it inevitably drags in other hololive members as well, who sometimes get dragged into jokes that they're not necessarily comfortable with. Awkward Numi? Never. But yeah, so occasionally a streamer just needs to have a little sit down with a chat, a little bonk, a little conversation about, hey, chill. The Lopi short thing is really getting old. We're now moving on to the Lopi Poison arc. That is the new arc. Lopi's trash immune system, that's the new joke. But yeah, so just keep that in mind in future if you're watching a VTuber stream. Just remember, you know, try and be aware that if you're constantly making the same joke over and over and twisting the words, they might be not too happy with it. They might be. Like, I personally don't mind. I'm fine with the in-jokes we have and them being kind of the bullying and whatnot. It doesn't bother me. But again, that's because I have a smaller community, which means it only comes up every so often, and I don't see a million clips of me everywhere on the internet, right? The bigger you get, I imagine the more frustrating it is, especially because that connection with your chat becomes harder to make, because if you have 10,000 people watching it, you can't connect with them all. So the clips, yeah, you're right, Rolling. The clips do draw an audience, and so some members then join the stream with an expectation that that joke is what the stream entirely is, and then, you know, congrats on 80k subs. Yeah, we hit 80k, man. Dang. Go me. I feel like we hit 75k like fucking 3 days ago. What the fuck? Affiliate stream. Hey, Neon, we're literally just wrapping up, my guy. We have like one more topic to talk about. I feel fucking horrible when people jump in there like, hey, I finally got it here, and I'm like, oh, man. We hit 75k like last week, I think. Yeah. Wild. Sometimes my shorts just pop off. I don't know. YouTube streaming is weird. Sometimes your content just pops off, and then other times it doesn't. It's very hard to. Oh yeah, we hit 1k followers on Twitch as well, which is cool. Actually, speaking of Twitch, good segue. Thank you, Chris. You make for a great segue. I don't know if that's a compliment, but it's what I'm saying. Did I bookmark this or did I forget? I forgot. Let me bring it up. This is just a little thing. It's not much to talk about. It's outside my wheelhouse. It's not even really VTubing. It's just insane. Which is XQC signed a $100 million contract with Twitch, with Kick, which is I did talk about Numi's concert slightly. I talked about the entire audio issues in Offkai. If you go to the Offkai section, we talked about it in there. I kind of gave my thoughts on it. It wasn't just Numi's concert. It was, you know, all the concerts. It's not even exclusive. It's not even a like he can only stream on Kick. It is like he can stream anywhere he wants, but he has to stream on Kick. Like base of $70 million, $30 million in incentives. It's like wild. I saw Ludwig's video on it, and apparently he's getting he's getting paid more than LeBron James. I just don't get him. I'm also one of those people that I don't get the appeal of XQC. I don't get it. He's just not for me. He's not my kind of streamer. But it's kind of showing that people, I mean, more and more people, especially VTubers, just why I brought it up, because it is kind of relevant to VTubers.
That's a big tub-a-get for Kick.
Yeah, XQC Mayoshi. Thanks for the super chat, Falter. He is the biggest streamer in the world, though. He gets routinely the most viewers out of anyone. But it's kind of showing more than anything that more and more Twitch streamers are. I don't think Kick is the place to go. I don't think Kick has the sustainability. I think it's going to crash and burn. I also don't think it's a very moral platform, but But I think more and more we're seeing Twitch streamers be like, maybe I'll try YouTube a little bit. They're trying to diversify because they see Twitch kind of more and more competition is popping up in the streaming space. Twitch no longer has a fucking stranglehold on it. And I think over time we're going to see more and more streamers start to diversify and stream in different places. In which case, I think Twitch's very draconian policy and not being able to simulcast anymore and not being able to stream in multiple places is going to come back and bite them in the foot. 3CCV Andy, I was just like, sure, YouTube won't die. I think YouTube is a safe choice because at the very least, I don't think YouTube is going anywhere. YouTube is literally the most invincible platform ever. YouTube could not die. It doesn't matter what YouTube does. Unless they like nuke their server room or whatever, but like YouTube literally just cannot lose. It is the biggest fucking platform ever. Yes, YouTube streaming is kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. I admit it, as someone who streams on YouTube and Twitch, the YouTube streaming experience is kind of trash. Twitch is also kind of trash. No streaming platform so far is perfect. Everywhere has their issues. YouTube has the issues in terms of, I mean, I've had this discussion about a million fucking times about my preferences between YouTube and Twitch, right? Which is, YouTube sucks for interaction and like compatibility with third-party software, right? YouTube doesn't have any extensions. They don't have any like emotes that can go between different channels. You can't find people on YouTube. There's no like live tab, which is easy to browse. There's no separate follow button for streamers where you just want to watch the stream and not see their videos. There's no, you know, careful your words, mate. Papa Moed is watching you. You know, there's a lot wrong with YouTube, right? In terms of third-party interaction. Chat doesn't work a lot of the time. Alerts don't work a lot. There's not a huge, like, you can't interact with games. There's no game extensions because their API seems to be really weird and it's pretty new. But I do think it's probably the most promising platform. I think over time, it takes them, yeah, there's no channel points. It takes YouTube about 1,000,000 years to make any decisions, ever, about anything. YouTube is like allergic to making any decisions about anything. But I think over time, they are going to get better. I think the platform is steadily going to get better. It's going to take a while, but they will get there. Twitch, on the other hand, seems to be going downhill and seems to be making worse and worse decisions. And also, I think it's hard to get around Twitch ads, man. Twitch's ads are so fucking annoying. I hate them so much. People come into my streams sometimes and they're like, well, I just got 6 ads in a row. And I'm like, bro, Twitch, why? Like YouTube, I can literally never show ads. Like if you've been here, if you've been in the stream, I think Twitch still shows ads if you click onto the stream. But if you've been here for the whole stream, I don't think you should have seen any ads because I don't play any, right? So, you know, I literally don't have to show ads to anyone. I can just sit here and stream without interrupting my channel with ads, which is great. So hopefully, if YouTube can add like a separate streaming UI, right, where they can, you know, where they can have all the streams there that you can sort by game, you can sort by just chatting, you can have, you know, things upgrade. I think it'll beat Twitch. Right now it's in a weird spot where they're like 50-50, where YouTube has some things that Twitch doesn't have, but Twitch has things that, because they've been streaming for so long, they have things that YouTube doesn't have. YouTube is going in the right way, Twitch is not, and I think over time we're going to see YouTube pull ahead. I don't know where Kick or fucking, God forbid, Rumble fit into this, but I don't see them lasting long. Honestly, I think they just have such a toxic streamer base with gambling and fucking... Don't they have like Aiden Ross on there and shit? God damn. On Mixer. Yeah, bro, if they'd kept Mixer going, I actually reckon they'd have decent standing. They'd actually be... Like, I think Facebook would have had like a decent... I think it was Facebook that had Mixer, right? I think they'd actually have a decent... competitive, you know, chance. But yeah, Kick is where all the gambling is going to go, which I don't care. Shove them all on that platform and then the rest of us don't have to fucking deal with them. Oh, it was Microsoft, sorry, yeah. So, I don't know. I think the next few years for streaming is going to be really interesting. I don't know if we're going to see one platform pull ahead or if we're going to evolve into this sort of multi-platform world where each platform has a different niche, right? Where Kick has all the gamblers and YouTube has all the, I don't know, content safe, whatever, and Twitch keeps its react andies because you can't react to shit on YouTube without getting immediately taken down, so we'll see. Cynthia was attacked on Twitter for doing a test stream on Twitch. Kick is kind of not a place I'd want to stream, but I think shitting on people for trying different platforms and expanding and seeing where they want to go is terrible. Like, people have to try shit out to see if they like it, you know? I do think most people are going to stay on Twitch for the foreseeable future just because it's where they are, and trying to move an audience in any way is a pain in the ass, right? Every step you make, every button you require people to click, you lose like 90% of people, right? So if you need your audience to move from Twitch to YouTube or Kick, you will lose like half of your viewers just because most people are lazy and won't follow you, right? So I think most people are going to stay on Twitch just because it's easy, but I think they're slowly going to like reach their feelers out and see roughly where they can go for the future so that they don't have to deal with Twitch and their god-awful decisions. But it'll be interesting to see. If Twitch ends up going under, what we'll use. If Twitch ends up going under, I'll probably just migrate my gaming streams to YouTube. I didn't do it originally because when I first started my gaming streams, the YouTube interface was still god awful and every stream was with every video and it clogged up the channel. Now it's not too bad, and with playlists and stuff I could probably make it work. I just don't do it because I feel like people come to my channel because they want VTuber content. They don't want to watch me play fucking RimWorld with 250 rats, which is what we did over the weekend, if you're curious. We were playing RimWorld and I let chat control it, and they ended up just repeatedly spawning rats. We ended up with 400 rats and we fed a rat crack and it got addicted, and so we had a rat religion, a crack rat leading a pack of like 300 odd rats. Crack rat, my beloved. It was funny. Crack rat ended up with her own little cult following. Yeah, and King spawned like 2,000 skulls. Crack rat has become something of a cult following in my chat. I will actually, speaking of Twitch, I will plug my Twitch. Unashamedly plug. Actually, never mind. The bot is still broken. Fuck it. Never mind. I need to fix that goddamn bot. I can do it here. Hang on. I will be the bot. Don't worry about it. Twitch has better viewer interaction methods. Again, the sound alerts, but also like that stream I did on RimWorld, right? I couldn't have done that on YouTube because YouTube has like fuck all chat interaction. It doesn't have the API for it. So I couldn't have done that. That stream was really fun. Playing RimWorld and watching you guys like spawn a million meteors or whatever. It was fun, and I couldn't have done it on YouTube. So Twitch does have its advantages. I'm just sad that it has to be the way it is, right? Where they're so good at some things and so bad at other things. No, I'll say later now. We're literally wrapping up now. That was the last topic. I think we can raid someone. I need to find someone to raid. Again, YouTube raids, please. Because there's no live tab, I have to just go looking for people. And they have to have raids enabled, and... God. Who is live that I can raid? God, is nobody... And is nobody that I... Like, are there no, like, indie or anything live? Who's live? Finally mourn our rats in peace. Poco's doing monetization celebration. Oh, is she? Man. I guess we could raid it. I don't know how the idol girls... Actually, do the idol girls have raiding enabled? That's actually a good thing to check. Hang on, give me a second. I need to check. Some people don't have raids enabled, unfortunately. Oh, she does have raids enabled. All right, let's go raid her. Considering we talked about her today, why not? Why not?
That's true. Hold up. I'll try right now.
She's
otherwise
drawing.
I'll forget. And then I'll...
Alright, let's go to her, say hi to her, wish her luck, and congratulate her on getting monetization. Fortunately, we can't do a raid message because, again, YouTube being YouTube, you can't use emotes in other people's chats. God damn it. I'll catch you guys... I don't actually know what I'm doing next week. Next week might be the first thing of the podcasty thing I've been talking about. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but it should be. If not, I will be doing probably, again, similar schedule to last week. If the podcasty thing doesn't happen, we might do a Tuesday stream of some sort with something. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you don't see me before that, you should see me on Twitch if you feel like it. If not, I don't know, next Sunday. Probably. Goodbye. Wait, nope, not goodbye yet. Who we're reading? We're reading Poco from the new Idol Wave. So I had to go to my ending screen before I could, I can't end before I go to my ending screen. It's the law, I think. But yeah, I'll catch you later. Maybe. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye now. See you later. Goodbye. Guten Tag. Nope, that's hello.